Contouring your nose can be very scary, and it definitely takes a little bit of practice. But when I saw this creator go from this to this, I knew I had to try out her method. Let's get started. Now, she used a pretty intense bronzer to get her effect. I'm going to use a Kohl Sculpting Powder. This is the Science of Pretty Brow Powder. I've linked it here. I've also linked to this creator if you want to see her exact technique. I'm just inspired by it, so we're going to do a loose interpretation of what she did using a Kohl Sculpting Powder. I'm using the shadow brush from Ilia. It's just the right size. It's got just enough point to it that I can get some detail work, but also a little bit of blendability. So I'm going to tap off some of this powder. And she started off with a little line at the base of the nose. And hers was quite dark and much easier to see. Mine is going to be a little bit more of a subtle hint at it. And then she did one over the top. So you're kind of making a little sandwich and leaving the tip of your nose exposed. And then she did some kind of a contoured shape, like a C shape around the nose right here from the eyes to the top of that line. So we're going to get a little bit of shadow going right here. And you really should have to kind of back up to see your handiwork. It should be that subtle. Then she took a little bit and connected the bottom line that she made to the nostrils to give the nose a little bit of retrousse or upturn. And then she dusted it all off and went over it with powder, but mine is so subtle, I don't think we really need to do that. Now we're gonna go in with concealer and sculpt it out a little bit more. I'm gonna take our Quick Fix and just run it underneath those lines that I made on the side and highlight a little bit down onto the face, and then just a tiny bit on the top of the nose, just about a ½ inch space right there. We'll tap that out, and then we're going to set this with powder, and that's where you're really going to see the magic happen. This is the Science of Pretty Kohl matte powder, just a little bit of that. We'll do the bottom wall of the side of the nose. We'll do a little bit on the tip and get that highlighted spot right there. Add a little bit to forehead while I'm at it, and we'll let that sit for a little bit before we wipe it off. I'm going to take a fluffy brush and knock down that line at the edge of the nose. Because it's sat there, you're still going to get the same effect, it's just not going to look quite so obvious. We'll brush away our setting powder, and then she added highlight. I'm going to actually use our lip gloss to do the highlight portion. Using a very small brush, I'm going to pull a little bit of this off and hit the tip of the nose and then pat that in a little bit right here. That's going to reflect light, making the nose look a little bit more pixied. And there's just a tip of our Ugly Duckling blush on the edge of the nose. It kind of makes it talk to the cheeks and gives that little natural sun-kissed look. And okay, what do we think? I mean, it's pretty tiny. I think it worked. Let's look at it from a few angles. Yeah, that definitely works. Are you going to try it? Is it worth the effort? I think I might do it again.